Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News. What are we looking at now? We're looking at a $96,000 Bitcoin. And we're still in this range now. I remember, friends, Uncle Bobby's fractal. I mean, it's getting closer here. When he first posted it, it was here. Seems like, okay, we're either going to go for a stab down and then we go up, or we go sideways and then we go up. Okay, that's pretty much what he's got. I know, yeah, we're stuck in the middle of this range and stuff out here. We're still loading the friendship, friends. I know it's very, very tough to go through this part. There's been some big developments, as you saw, you know, Richard Hart staking with the origin address, many other things coming out. Vitalik's been coming out trying to do some posts and stuff out here. But before we look at any of that, we go back to our others BTC. It's still cracking lower. I know, friends, it's horrible, man. It is garbage. Others BTC, it's reflecting all the sentiment and everything out here. They're just showing you, man, everything's destroyed. Everything's destroyed. And yeah, it's because we all relied on Ethereum. Such a terrible tale what happened with that Ethereum third cycle curse, because Ethereum did what no altcoin has never done before. It was strong in a bear market. No altcoin of that size has ever done that. Ever. Strong in a bear market. But then, as the bull market starts, it's weak. It loses the plot. It buckled under its own pressure. I want to show you. This is the others dominance, friends. Remember the others dominance. The other chart I showed you was the others BTC. So this is the Bitcoin halving year stuff. You know, you have that resurgence, but actually we've made a new lower low, man. That is horrible. You know, with this before in last cycle, we made a higher low here, and with this one, we're beaming because this is Ethereum's birth. It was a higher low. So yeah, that's shocking, man. This is like, it's come back down to make a literal frickin' a double bottom from June 2023. Shocking, man. A double bottom here. What happens, man? I don't know. Look. I know we're cheap. A lot of people are calling for much lower. Whatever, man. There's always people calling for lower and higher. But just, look, friends. My goal in markets, it's not to satisfy short-term jeeters or even satisfy my own need for dopamine. That's not my goal. My goal is to win. To win, you have to play long-term, because I want a high win rate and I want to go all in. I like that. Yeah. And you know, you want to make the most amount of money, the highest return. Okay. You know that. However, though, you minimize your dopamine. There is an urge to constantly get wins. There is an urge. That's why people trade. Because you're like, oh, I'm winning every day. Green P&L. That's why you trade. That's one of the best parts of trading. People can have, like, you know, 16 out of 20 days where they're green. And they look at their month or they look at their week and it's like green every single week. They love that. Yeah, it gets very addicting once you're in there. But ultimately, you underperform. You will underperform. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. And plus, you eventually lose your edge too. You lose your edge. So we already know that, though. But you're probably wondering, like, you know, when is the pain going to end? I know it's tough, Ben. It's when moon. This is Bitcoin dominance slicing up. I've got some juicy news to go through with you. And we'll just crack on through with it so we can get to the real other juicy stuff. So Donald Trump has announced he will launch a Bitcoin spot ETF. That's wild. So he's Mr. Pump. It's insane to think about, but now it makes sense. So he's basically going to attach his name to all things crypto, which is good. We launched a celebrity token. So if you were one of the 400,000 new wallets that bought into Trump token and now you're bleeding, thank you. You helped bootstrap the whole industry. You know, you might not be exit liquidity because now you've got your first introduction into crypto. You went on board on Euphoria and stuff out here. But hey, it's not over. I hope it comes back. But yeah, that's pretty much what they did. That excitement got everyone in, and now he's like, cool, I like this game. You make money. Yeah, but who makes money? Right? He makes money. And now you have to trade with other people. And it's wonderful, right? So he's got $400 million of ETH. He's launching his own Bitcoin spot ETF. And yes, it's called Bitcoin Plus ETF. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe have some other stuff here. But just, you know, because they want the trading volume. It just makes sense to do that. And yeah, friends, this is what we want, man. This is what we want. Like, I'm getting bullish, man. I'm getting, like, not as in, like, I'm always bullish, yeah, but now I'm feeling, because I'm always thinking long term, yeah. I'm really feeling double bubble alt season now. Because, and you might say, Sammy, what are you actually seeing with that? What are you saying? I'm seeing a trap, okay? There has to be euphoria. You have to get trapped. Yeah, your brain has to be flying with neurotransmitters and serotonin and everything. It's got to be going wild. If Donald Pump has a Trump ETF name, man, that gives me good confidence we will have double bubble alt season. And at the top, people will be infinitely declaring that it's not over. Because Trump's in. He's got an ETF. He's going to shield the bag. He's going to do this. He's going to protect this. They're going to believe that he's bigger than the market. They will believe that. I guarantee they will believe that. Because I trust that the man, Mr. Pump, will keep talking about crypto going up as it goes up. He'll say, look at the Bitcoin price. You're very welcome, Bitcoiners. Look at the Ethereum price. You're very welcome, Ethereum guys. Like, he'll just be saying it. You're very, very welcome, cryptocurrency. You're very welcome. Look at the Bitcoin price. Look what I did to it. And it will make people who are, unfortunately, poopy heads, soy boys, soy girls, they are going to miss the whole point. They are going to get upset that he's taking credit for this. Whereas you and I will be using it as a signal to build our conviction. That's why you watch me, friends. Like and subscribe, Billy Better Know. We'll be using it as a signal because the more confident he is and the more confident he can get everybody else, the more fantastical it'll be at the top. The more euphoric it'll be. Now, I know it's a far cry from here where we are now, but hey, man, like I said, I still believe a white swan's coming at some point. The white swan, friends, does not reverse us off the lows. No. The white swans come at the top. The white swans come at the top, have a big flush, and they make your heart beat. Like, oh, I think it's different now. It makes you blink, okay? Makes you freeze. Want to know something interesting? Look at Sol ETH ratio, man. I think this thing's done. But when I say done, friends, I don't think it's dropped like this. I could be wrong. I think it does this, comes back for another stab somewhere at the end of this double bubble cycle. You know, maybe more adds coins, get some exit liquidity for him to get out in the last quarter. And then in the bear market, it's kind of like okay. And everyone thinks it's good. It might do what Ethereum did, friends, against Bitcoin, where it's strong in a bear market. And everyone thinks, wow, Solana, you're doing great, right? And then as we move into 2027, it goes, nah, something happens. That's what I think. That's exactly what Ethereum did. But it doesn't have to necessarily do that to be strong in the bear market. So if you are holding Sol and stuff later on, please don't hold that like, oh, somebody said this thing's going to be strong in the bear market. No. But dude, what Ethereum did was a curse backstabbing of a lifetime. It fooled me, man. It fooled me, friends. Like, it fooled everybody. This was the first time in crypto history you were strong against Bitcoin in a bear market. You only dropped 40%. And then we gave you the Ethereum spot ETF and you still went down further. That's disgusting. How do you do this, bro? You drop only 43% in a bear market. And then after we give you the ETF, you drop 60%. My gosh. After an Ethereum spot ETF, it's the curse, bro. It's the curse. Only a curse can do that third cycle. So that's why, friends, like any judgment you make on your portfolio now, I know it's bad. I know. But any judgment you make, you're handicapped, right? You're playing in a world where ETH BTC is lower. And it's outside of your control. You just got to sit through it. That's why you don't do turbo leverage. Moving on as well, friends. So Richard Hart used the origin address to stake 250 billion hex. So both EHEX and PHEX. So he has reduced the future inflation. It doesn't do anything about the current inflation or the earned yield right now. It's for the future. So look, there's a lot of inflation for HEX, friends. Like the yield on, like if you do, people who have been in the 5 and 10 year stakes, their APR rate is like 60% per year. Like there's a guy turned 5 million HEX into 23 million. There's another guy, like just they're big numbers. They are big. So well, here's the thing, man. This is how I see it. I'm part of a coin founded by a billionaire. I'm just going to assume he's going to make a right decision to like find a solution. Yeah. Just like with Elon. Remember, Elon inherited Twitter. You know, he's doubled its profitability already. Twitter wasn't even making money. It was just a piece of trash. They were scamming everyone. They were working with the Coconut Intelligence Agency and literally the US government insiders. They were banning stuff. Remember Hunter Biden's laptop, all the disgusting, heinous things there. The dude's like literally, he's got like incestuous relationships on his laptop. You know what I mean? Like heinous crimes out here. And then Twitter's like, no, false information. They're working, man. It's just disgusting. Elon inherits that. Fires 80% immediately of the Twitter soy boy stuff. They're literally doing nothing, which is funny. Remember there was all that girl, she was like, she worked for Twitter, like product management. She was just always by the pool. And she was literally on a pool on the laptop. She was working like 3 hours a day. She was just doing nothing. It was just sunbaking and stuff out here. And he just cut all of them. And yeah, look what happened. And Twitter's like improved drastically. So yeah, that's what you're riding with. Like, you know, you feel very confident if Elon's behind it. Okay, it's Richard Hart as well. So also Richard's been making some tweets, friends, for Vitalik, which I might get to soon. Actually, I'll show it to you right now. So he's made some tweets because, look, I do trust friends. Look, if Richard's a genius, Vitalik's a 4,000 IQ alien. I do believe Vitalik he's going to work stuff out. Okay, because he's seeing his dream crumble. It'll all be for nothing. Yeah. Vitalik, I care about Ethereum more than you do. Here's a chart of you destroying Ethereum's revenue. Layer 2's made $5 million on $400,000 of costs, and you want them to buy even less Ethereum. Let Ethereum make some money. Ethereum was $5,000. Pro tip, guess how much retail Ethereum pressure the L2s had to destroy to make that $5 million to pay 5K, only 400K of ETH, whatever. I should have said I care more about the Ethereum price than you do. I'm sure you care more about a whole bunch of intellectual crap that doesn't move the price up. You can't saw your way out of supply and demand. What you're doing obviously isn't working. Pivot, kill inflation. So that's what a lot of people have said. Sammy, I think my friend Richard, right? So yes, Shane Hart's brother Richard, I think he's also watching me as well. And look, friends, what he means by what he means this soy stuff, it is intellectual crap. So, friends, you know, everything just like eventually, when they say intellectual stuff, it's like it's communism stuff. It's every single time. Now, I know it's a fast stretch to call. It's leaning towards communism stuff. Like communism, socialism, in that same ballpark. What I mean? Well, Ethereum keeps handing out its inflation, and it's killing the people who hold the value. But in Vitalik's mind, he's like, no, I want all the prices to be cheap. I want everyone out there in the world to support it. You can't, bro. You can't. It's competition. People go to where things are growing in value. You can't just do this, okay? And that's exactly how socialist communism works, right? Oh, let's hand out all the money to everybody. Yeah, so, you made a business, and what do? You literally sit at home and you play with your belly button. Okay, you get paid the same amount. That society doesn't work, friends. You need incentives. So if Ethereum is, if Vitalik is bleeding out value, the incentives to keep innovating on Ethereum die off. They die off. So he's probably thinking, oh, you guys are all cypherpunks here with me. Yeah, but people are going to keep leaving and leaving and leaving. The price is going down. Everything's going. So trust me, friends. I know he's a 4,000 IQ alien. He can read people's minds. So I believe he's going to turn it around. Okay, I know everybody. Rich, look at shout to Marky. RH angry like me because he bought the top. It's not about buying the top, man. It's like, hey, I didn't think you'd be a retard. So, you know, if you asked Richard or me, what are the odds that this thing would happen? You'd be like less than 5%. You're like, why would anybody who built an empire like this start doing this? But friends, like this is what happens to America sometimes. You know, like a new leader or thought process appears and the pendulum swings and you just get, it's the woke virus. I like that term, the woke virus, because it's this soy boy, soy latte, refusing to do any deadlifts, refusing to at least do some legs on leg day. All these people are skipping leg day, friends, and we can't have any of this, but they will eventually turn around. But look, man, it's part of the third cycle curse. What does third cycle curse mean? Well, it just means like Ethereum is going to be pooped, man. You're going to be pooped this cycle. I hope when you do reverse, dude, if you just get back to Ethereum spot ETF in wave 1 and then hopefully wave 2, it can do this. I don't know, like just these are shocking numbers, by the way. Like they did the merge here, friends. They did the merge here. Right, so no, literally, here we go. Yes, the merge was here. So Ethereum, since the merge going proof of stake to hand out inflation more, 68% down. So from today, it's got to go back like another 150%. So as you can see, friends, they know this. They just keep saying, don't worry, everything's fine, everything's fine. Yeah, because it's just like the 6 people who bought it on the Ethereum ICO who are still relevant. That's why. Like, oh, they're up 1,000x. Yeah, but everybody else is new and they're going to other places, which unfortunately in Vitalik, I'm going to show you some comments here from Vitalik, friends. Yeah, it's sad for him to say this, but like it's true, right? So look at this. I've decided how I'm going to end the suffering. I love you all. Thanks for our support. I've been such a depressed loser. What's going on? I'm losing my mind. I made a move to be closer to family. I have to give up my dog. I'm just incredibly broken. I have no energy left to keep fighting. Okay, but look at this. Look Look what he says, Vitalik. Fighting consumes energy and brings people to the breaking point. This is part of the condition of life. Look at this. This is interesting, friends. Do I feel good when I hear people from crypto Twitter and VC firms telling me that player versus player influencer degen casino that's money losing for 99% of its own users is the best product market fit that crypto's going to get, and it's condescending and elitist to wish for something better? So here's the thing, friends. In Metcalfe's law, price going up is people joining. Yes, it is people joining. So Vitalik is doing intellectual crap, right? That's the appearance, and people are leaving Ethereum. Yeah, so he's consistent. Like, isn't your job to like help the world? Okay, well, why don't you get the world in and then help him? That's rich. That's how Richard Duhart works, by the way. That's why he made Hex the way it did. You know, with the Hex, it looks like a scam marketing and stuff out here. He's like, to help you, I've got to get your attention first. I've got to get you in first. Okay, what Vitalik's doing, he's trying to make this like intellectual stuff out here. Don't get fixed, but the people are leaving. And they're like, hey, aren't you meant to be helping people? Okay, they're leaving here. So even if you did make something good, they're not going to come eventually and like help you. In fact, they're just going to go to somewhere else that's like a darker casino and they can get helped over there, right? He also says, do you think I care? Like when people with no understanding of Ethereum Foundation internals tell me exactly who I should rip out of the organization and who I should throw in, and on top of that, expect it all to get done within 2 weeks. So that's the thing. He's talking about Tetranode, saying, hey man, you got to get rid of this Tamagotchi girl. You need a culture of winning. You need a culture of winning. Donald Trump doesn't like losers. Nobody likes losers. In fact, your own investors don't like losers. People in the game don't like losers. He goes, no, I don't feel good hearing these things. There are times when they make me feel emotional desire to quit. But each time that happens, I always see a sign from the world, something that reminds me that we are fighting for something valuable that is worth fighting for. If you look inside yourself, you will find things worth fighting for. Don't cancel yourself. Become uncancelable, milady. So I know a lot of people, don't worry, friend, this is like bottom signal type stuff, but we've been saying that for ages. I actually left a video message reply for Vitalik. Probably won't see it, friends, but because he's like one of the most popular guys in the world. I said, it's okay to fight back, bro. So I've told him like, fighting, he said, oh, fighting consumes energy. Yeah, but you're self-defense, bro. These other layer 2 VC vultures, they're hanging carrots in front of your users and your users are leaving. And it's sucking away your mind share, sucking away all your hard work. So yeah, man. How we got to where we got, friends, like I'm gonna just walk it through with you. Just if you're curious, you should be curious. Okay, so we had DeFi season here, DeFi and NFT creation stuff out here, and in this season we had DeFi, NFT, gaming, metaverse, all this other stuff. We also had the meme coin culture up here, Doge and stuff. But now we had layer 2 stuff get launched here, and everything's like rejected it because the layer 2 sucked out all the basically the mindshare events. There's like 60 layer 2s, and another one just launched and it went down only, Bearer Chain. Also, shout out to Vitalik as well. He's replying, do you know what the most valuable ship is? It's friendship. Milady. So Vitalik replies as well. I think he's copping a lot of heat, man, because price is going down. And then like Richard's copping leverage heat because not only is the price of Ethereum going down, Richard's leverage on Ethereum because that's the for people who are yelling. They're like, hey, you're meant to be better than that thing. Why is it affecting you? A lot of people get really upset. Like, friends, I don't want it to be this way. We're all correlated to Ethereum. We are all the market. That's it. We're all correlated to Ethereum. I've shown you time and time again, like all the people, that's why I don't bother engaging with, I don't know what else word to call you, but you're misinformed and you're a poopy head. How many times do I have to show you this chart in front of your face? Do you understand how long this is? This is since 2017, Habib. Do you understand what this chart is? Go watch all my 3,400 plus videos, 4,500 now, on others' ETH, okay? Many videos, many posts. If you don't understand this chart, you understand nothing about crypto. Literally nothing. The belly of the curve is just Ethereum. It's leverage on ETH. Even the coins that have nothing to do with ETH that you think. They're a different chain, they're a different token, it doesn't matter, okay? Whether Ethereum directly is or they're just correlated, it doesn't matter. They're correlated, okay? They move together. Correlation's not causation. Who cares? It doesn't matter about that. They're moving together, okay? Ethereum goes down, we all go down. It's part of the same sentiment. This is the others BTC ratio, man. What a killer. What a killer. Just showing this, man. Hopefully you do get some redemption up here. Hopefully you do, but friends, we're just gonna have to wait. I want to play some SpongeBob, friends. That's what friends do. We look after each other. We catch each other with Pokeballs. We share and trade our own Pokemon. We help level each other up. That's how we're going to make it in this game. But Taiki is capitulated on FartCoin. So I want to just quickly show you that as well, friends. Actually, Taiki capitulated on FartCoin, and the 2021 Playbook people have gotten wrecked. $8 billion liquidation right up. This, friends, this meme picture. Shout out to Mr. Custard for sending it to me. These are like Bitcoin, memes, XRP, Doge, and then this is Ethereum. Just Ethereum inside, the wow guy, and then just going back to the computer. Like everything else is just rallying and doing stuff. Friends, do you want to know why the other things are rallying? Because they're appealing to degen culture. That's why. And that's what Vitalik doesn't like that. He hates financialization. They hate that. But that bootstrapped your whole freaking chain. How dare you? How dare you? It's the whole... By the way, it bootstrapped Bitcoin. People come in for the memes and the pumping. That's why Bitcoin dominance is just doomed to go down. Yeah, but it's part of the store of value story as well. But yeah, that's especially Ethereum. You know what I mean? You didn't even win the trophy yet, and you're already doing that. You can only do that if you're Ethereum. If you're Bitcoin, you got #1 mind share. You can't do that if you're ETH. Yeah, it's degen culture, friends. You look back at everything in Ethereum. First was degenerate ICO mania. Then you had degenerate NFTs and the yield farming and the Ponzi's. Shiba Inu, literally the greatest, highest performing asset of all time. Shiba Inu in the period of 12 months. Highest performing, man. It did 1,000x on its user base. From 1,000 people to 1.3 million. 1 million X. Wow. That was on Ethereum. That was on ETH. Pepe's on there too. Pepe was a bear market runner, man. Think about that, friends. Think about Pepe. You know, Pepe launched when Ethereum was still strong on the ETH BTC ratio, which is April 2023. So, but Ethereum guys keep rejecting them. They don't care about it. They hate them. They hate the whole meme speculation part out here. But it's because they're trying to build for a world that is not gaining people. They are. Solana are. That's why Solana got the unicorn status, right? You're trying to build for a world of people caring about your intellectual hold hands and save the environment, Ethereum Foundation garbage, and that type of like. It's not even about the direct impact of it. It's the mind in there, you know. So look, if I had a company, actually not even a company. Let's say you had a sports team. If you had a sports team, but half of your players were just losers, maybe they just complete. They don't think they can win ever. At some point, you're like, you know what, bro? You're just literally born to lose. I'm gonna put someone who's actually delusional enough to think they can win. You want that. That's infectious, friends. That mindset is infectious. So look, after all of these intellectual stuff out here, we're still waiting. But yeah, I've given you some context as to how we got to where we got. It's a lesson for life as well. Like, yeah, friends, you know, this is it. Like, not everyone was born to win. Competition's hard. There are critical moments on the path to success, to winning, where there are decision points. Some people just choke. Right, okay, I'm sure, friends, I've heard so many of you guys' stories. I don't know all the names, but there's been some NFL players that just like, or teams that are just known for like choking, like last game, last play, just choking, right? Australian sports teams, same thing. There's like people and teams and seasons. They're like, oh, they're gonna choke. They just keep buckling under pressure. They can't do it. Yeah, and then they're just amazing people. I remember once playing Counter-Strike. Yeah, I practiced. Okay, being like a very low health points and being the only guy surviving. I'll practice my breathing, and I got really, really, really good at like not choking stuff, like having an advantage. I got really, really, really good at that. I had the mindset for it. And then I would even watch like these top tier professionals, like the best in the world, you know, best in the world. There's always like one guy's like who's known for choking. Obviously, these guys are like not just Counter-Strike, Dota, other things out here. Just some people, when they have the lead, they just don't know what to do with it. They just don't know what to do. They don't even see themselves as winning. That's why I really believe, man, winning's a mindset. Yeah, it's not all the psychology, but it's a big part of it. Now, what we just saw in crypto, friends, you know, I showed you Bitcoin, the chart, and cycles. This chart is going to just show you exactly what we're going through. This is, now, you know, this is Bitcoin dominance. You don't need to look at this. So this is blockchain backer. He has what he calls safety trade dominance. So he gets the dominance of, you can see it here, he gets the dominance of Bitcoin, and then Ethereum, and then Tether, and USDC. So he basically basically he got the 4 big things where when people want to exit out of risk, what do they likely hold? So he add these all up. Now, friends, you don't get some secret chart from any of these. You don't. They all look the same. It's all the same, pretty much the same pattern. Okay, so it's not some sort of secret, but it's just for the purpose of here that it was showing. Look what happened here, because this is you could do this same chart with the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, look at the spike we had up here instead of what we were meant to do. Now, what do you mean? What we were meant to do? Well, this is the 2021 playbook. So he has fractaled 2021, okay? Notice see how this thing went up? That was basically all capitulated hard, yes? And this is what we're meant to basically doing. So if you're looking at this, and you could draw it on the Bitcoin dominance as well. So what everyone was doing was, from that chart I just showed you, they were playing the 2021 fractal. Everyone was playing. Do you see that purple line? That's 2021. So how was everyone playing the 2020 fractal? Well, do you remember when I made a warning video a few weeks ago? I go, look, I still believe in double bubble alt season. I am just reporting to you, not my own judgment. I'm reporting to you. Everybody wants to Jeet, and everybody wants to Jeet early. Everyone thinks they're going to get a free 10x. They're going to sell before May. They're going to sell in like March or April. Even Crypto Banter was saying that, and they're just going to walk away from crypto, and it's all over. And friends, I can't tell you, man, how many times now in my mind I was rolling through all these stories. Whenever I hear everyone wants to sell, an immediate capitulation's coming right soon. When everyone wants to sell for a profit. I don't know. It just happens every time. When I start hearing everyone wants to sell, it's almost like it's gone up and now they're dreaming of the 10x. So they start talking about it, but then you run out of buyers for that little mini cycle. It's something to do with that. But everybody was leveraged long. So read here. This proves that the whole market was leveraged long on altcoins, expecting to repeat the 2021 cycle. They got their bums handed to them. They all played the 2021 fractal, and we saw a whopping $8 billion in leverage liquidations. Yes, friends, the reported one is only like 500 million on the day, but that was underreported. So all the exchanges came out and said, no, we filter some of the data and stuff. We're just going to tell you 8 billion. That's huge. I think the biggest one before that was $2 billion. $2 billion, right? Now, why is it bigger now? It's because Bitcoin's the whole market cap of the crypto industry. Now there's $3 trillion of money in there, not like 300 billion anymore. That's from total market cap, so bigger, but it's still big. $8 billion wiped out. It shows you how dangerous it is to be on leverage when you're at the same side of everyone else. It's very dangerous. And how do you know? You never really know. You're going to get caught one day. It's just super dangerous, okay? So as I mentioned here, they were all hoping to make a quick 10x so they can Jeet. Then you have Scum, you got Wintermute, you got other market makers. So that's what actually happened, if you want to see it in real time. This is the classic, this is the zombie virus pattern, man. This is literally it. It's just the waterfall, and they just start smacking, bang, 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 and then liquidations out here. This is Ethereum getting absolutely clobbered. Oh, man, ETH, what a shocker, man. This is like in an hour, ETH drops 20. Man, that's just shocking. So that's what happened. That's how it plays out. And that's why everyone's caught on the same side. Because, friends, you know when everyone's ready to sell and G, you have a lot of leverage because they're non-believers. Because these people, they don't want to hold for the higher amount. They don't believe. See, that's what people do, friends. They go, oh, how high is Bitcoin going? And then someone says like, oh, $300,000. And what they do is they go, oh, if I put a 10x leverage long, you know, I can make as much money as if I had bought at like 15K in the bear market. I can make the same amount of money by entering today. That's why they do leverage. They're non-believers because they didn't get the bear market prices, but now they want to enter with all the good times. They want the best of both worlds. So if you are entering in momentum stuff and our companion years and this year, you get the momentum dopamine hit. I know it doesn't feel like it now, but eventually you do. However, you can't be playing around with all this leverage stuff out here. You got to sacrifice one. Yeah, you have to sacrifice the leverage, but they don't do that because they're greedy. Because they're like, hey, I never got the bear market prices. I want to buy Bitcoin at 20K. Yeah, bro, why didn't you? Oh, because the interest rates are high. Okay, you're not a believer. You're not a believer. You see, friends, that's market cycles in a nutshell. So you get to see, right? By the way, it is confirmed the biggest clips of sells, Wintermute and some other market makers, they were sending a lot of Ethereum to Binance and they were dumping. Someone sold like $250 million worth, like a huge dump. Now, friends, I know, don't worry about words like manipulation stuff. It doesn't matter. Market cycles do this stuff out here. You know, it's manipulation, up, down, doesn't matter. It's thin liquidity. Everybody's going for the doors at the same time. Hopefully they go for the doors in at the end of the year or something. So what's the 2021 playbook, friends? I've got it here. A fast alt season that starts running 7 months after Bitcoin halving. Okay, because in 2021 we didn't have that. In 2021, we ran later. You know, so what we had now was a wipeout eradication of the cheats, and now we can continue the actual 2017 playbook. So see this deviation that we went up here. That's everybody expecting this part to happen because that's the exact timing. It's the exact timing, and everybody was ready, right? As you can tell, everyone was like, "Oh, we collapsed the bull market early thanks to evil scum Chinese government back in 2021, and they don't trust it anymore as well. They're like, oh, I'm going to sell early this time, and that's the PTSD we get, and that's why I ultimately told you. I've seen this happen time and time again. When you get something like that, it means nobody wins. It means you just waterfall down. That's why we get what we have today. Hopefully, it eradicates, fixes itself soon. Very interesting if you check out here. See this vertical line, friends? This is the Bitcoin halving. Alt season wave 1 peaked about 1 year after, 12 months later. If you go to 2020, Bitcoin halving year, alt season peaked about 11 to 12 months later. Where's our vertical? Here's our Bitcoin halving. Where would 11 to 12 months later, where's 330 days going to put us? Oh, wow. That's wild, friends. We're actually like right here. We're meant to be peaking March and April. What gives? Well, it's a bit different this time. The timing. And why is it specifically? It's because the Bitcoin halving keeps moving forward 2 months, but the global government debt, the four-year government debt cycle has not changed. That's why there's a difference. It's now stretching out over time. So the Bitcoin halvings, it's not every 4 years. It's like 3.8 years. It keeps moving in like 2.5 months of the year. Yep. So you have the Bitcoin halving, but you have to wait longer for the alt season. That's why. And that's why we might not peak. I mean, like a March, April, that's like so early. I won't be surprised if we go to something like June, you know, and that will like shift things with the timing a bit. But that's timing relative to the halving. It wouldn't be changing any timing relative to 2017 fractal. It would be exactly the same, but that's our secret. Speaking of secrets, friends, sometimes when you rip a smelly fart, you have to keep it a secret and hope nobody smells. Look at the thumbnails from Taiki. Taiki, friends, has actually capitulated on FartCoin. Now, remember, FartCoin is an AI coin, and AI suggested use the name FartCoin because it's got the best memetics. And it's down like 85% already, but he did have a nuclear run. Everyone knows it because, you know, Ivan liked it. It was funny, hot air rises and all this stuff out here. But look at this. Why AI and FartCoin is the trade of the cycle, okay? And then why Fart strategy will accelerate the FartCoin wheel. FartCoin's about to go parabolic. This is 6 days ago. And then I capitulated my FartCoin. I'm out and completely unemployable. I know he's joking about the unemployable stuff part. But this is the chart here. And this is just quickly the chart. I'm just bringing up the Dex screener so we can see it right now, friends. So FartCoin, do you remember a short while ago, I made a video, okay, right here. It was actually just a few days ago, friends. Wow, look how fast time's flying. So 6 days ago, I noticed that Taiki, Maeda, hello, sir, he went on a podcast and he's in FartCoin. And they're asking him, are you worried that FartCoin is down this much? It hit 68%. And we're right here, okay? And he literally said, I'm not worried. The thesis is still fine because the price is above here, like 68 cents. It's still fine. And as the price was up here, right? And as soon as he said that, remember the price was $1.15 or something. And as soon as he said, at least it's above that price, the structure still holds. I was like, it's over. It's OVA over. The market is coming for you, man. I've just seen this thousands of times. As soon as you just say that weak point price, it hunts it. Everyone has been in markets. We know this stuff is real. Bang. Immediately, friends. Immediately. 2 days later, drops 50%. Comes out here. and then did a dead cat bounce, and then it smacks down again another 46%. He's out. He's selling down here. So what's going on, friends? Well, you have, okay, you're down 82% from the top. So if you look, every coin's going to go through that, by the way. Every coin goes through that. Do you believe? Obviously, Taiki didn't believe. These people don't believe. You don't believe. If you're selling the coin down here instead of buying, bro, you're selling something that you considered an asset 6 days ago. You're selling it when it's down 82%. Now, I don't know anything about FartCoin. I don't know about the community and stuff out here. Do you like it? Is it still funny? Is it going down? Is there a community out here? You got to find this stuff out. Are people going to be here absorbing the supply? Are there still people to give it kindness and friendship? But yes, markets consume souls, friends. Only the strong survive. Also, funny enough, I see people, friends, there's a fart on PulseChain, which is also, friends, these things are much smaller. These things, let me see the fart on PulseChain. People are trying to launch other ones. And shout out to Andre and everyone here. So yeah, it's obviously done there. But yeah, dude, it's only 72K market cap. It's only $8,000 liquidity, friends. This is nothing. This is absolutely, this is like, friend, all these ones are tiny. They're tiny. This is literally nothing. It's so easy to breathe life into these with us. We can all breathe life into these and support these. When you were 1.4 billion market cap and you go down to like 200 million, that's still heavy lifting, man. Like that's your drop, you know, but it can happen. It can happen. It just depends. Everybody in there. So where are we going to go from here? I'll show you the total crypto industry. Still here, friends. Still here. This, friends, is, I know this is like a fake representation of the crypto industry because you're like, dude, how are we behind all-time highs? Your portfolio is not at all-time highs. Most people aren't. Unless you're full Bitcoin and you were in Solana. Also, friends, I've noticed there are certain people, they just curse themselves. They come out and they brag, oh, I'm 3x above all-time high. I'm 2x my net worth. I promise you, I got deja vu, bro. Every time I hear that, every time like clockwork, I'm like, oh, okay. Start the clock. In 12 to 18 months, you're gonna have a terrible sob story. I don't know why, man. It's something in the universe where people just start bragging about their greed. Right, and it's not greed to me or you, but they're just like, oh, like, haha, you're suffering. I'm 3x above my all-time high. I'm 3x above my dreams. Like, just for I don't know why, man. I don't know. It's some sort of curse. You never catch me doing it. I never ever talk like that. As far as I'm concerned, I was like, you know, I was born a fighter. I'm always going to be a fighter. Okay. Oh, I win 17 matches in a row. Okay, bring another 17 more people here. You know what I mean? Like, I stop fighting when I'm dead. That's how I see myself. As an underdog out in this game. I think that's the attitude. That's like the constant hunger to win. That's the attitude you need, not self-cursing yourself. I still believe we're going to 10 trillion, friends. I mean, Donald Trump putting up a Bitcoin ETF. It's like there's some big plans coming. I don't know how we get there. I don't know how. Maybe we just start moving up. Everyone thinks this one's over and there's some sort of white swan that gets everyone in. And everyone's like, well, we're definitely not stopping now. So that's what I'm hoping happens. Altcoins, as I've shown you, very poopy. It is the longest altcoin bear market ever. Why? Because Bitcoin halvening keeps moving in. Yes. It is the longest Bitcoin bear market stuff ever. Yes. However, if we're following 2017 fractal, friendship starts in March. Like, but it's meant to be, like, Ethereum is meant to be $4,000 by the end of this month. We'll see. Like, subscribe, Billy, but I'll catch you soon.